guys, it's the middle of the night, and if my throat gives out, I'm sorry, my throat's been acting odd since Saturday. It's not the middle of the night, but I am here today with my October wrap-up. No, I have not put my decorations away. I'm in denial that Halloween is over. I do not celebrate Christmas or get ready for Christmas or do any of that stuff until December. It's not December, I don't care. I am not a huge Christmas fan, to be completely honest. People killed it for me. I used to love Christmas. I loved it as much as Halloween, and not anymore. Nope. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about when it was Halloween-y time, and so I'm here to talk about what I read. And then I will do a TBR video right after this one. You know why? Because it's the beginning of the month. Oh my gosh, Lorian's on track for once. It's a miracle. Alright, so let's get into what I read. First up, I started the month off by reading New Moon by Stephenie Meyer. September was supposed to be Twilight month. It was really October for me, which was kind of nice. It was getting into the more Halloween-y type-ish books as much as I ever do. Link down below to my top 10 Halloween reads. I give this 4 out of 5 stars. This is my favorite Twilight book. This and Eclipse kind of like mix and mash over my favorite parts. My favorite quote from this that I still have marked is right at the end with Bella and Edward. Edward says this: "Before you, Bella, my life was like a moonless night. Very dark, but there were stars, points of light and reason. And then you shot across my sky like a meteor. Suddenly everything was on fire. There was brilliancy, there was beauty. When you were gone, when the meteor had fallen over the horizon, everything went black. Nothing had changed, but my eyes were blinded by the light. I couldn't see the stars anymore, and there was no more reason for anything." I like it, and at the same time, it's like, that's a little bit scary. There is so many problems. I'm not a huge fan of the Edward Bella reunion. I think she should have left Forks and met a new vampire and had a whole new life with completely new cast of characters. But I did like that line, and I do think it's really pretty. 4 out of 5 stars, even though Edward's my least favorite part. Up next is a graphic novel that I already turned into the library. It is Thor, Who Holds This Hammer. This is by Jason Aaron and Jorge Molina, and I gave this also 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. We get to finally see who wields the hammer. We see who the female Thor is, and while we don't really understand why or how she was able to do it, what she's sacrificing by being Thor is amazing, and I really respect that, and I can't wait to get volume 3. I love Thor, Goddess of Thunder. It's so good. So good. The only reason I don't give it more than 4 out of 5 stars is, to be honest, my favorite character is the female Thor. Beyond that, I'm not a huge fan of anyone. Then I picked up, also from the library, and turned in Red Hood and the Outlaws Volume 6, Lost and Found by Scott Lobdell, R.B. Silva, and Tom Derenick. I gave this 4.5 out of 5 stars, higher than the last two. Oh my goodness, it blew me away. I loved it. We get to see more of Starfire characters and what they've gone through and how they're growing through each volume. Just blows my mind, and they're so small and so much plot and so much story. After that, I continued with Twilight by reading Eclipse by Stephenie Meyer. I gave this one 3.5 out of 5 stars. What do I like about this book? We get to learn about Rosalie, we get to learn about Jasper'S backstory, which is like amazing. We get more about the Volturi and their laws. What don't I like? Edward and Jacob. Edward at the beginning is so frustrating. I literally was shaking while reading it. I was so angry. I hate Edward in this book at the beginning. And then Jacob, Edward pulls his head out of his ass, and then Jake's head immediately goes right up his, and he sexually assaults Bella. Now, he only makes out with her, but that's not okay. You do not kiss someone without their permission, and you certainly don't do it like he did. And then, when they attack you, you don't laugh at them for them hurting themselves, and then claim to be their friend. I hate the triangle of Twilight. It's so badly done. I don't like any of the characters when they're in it. I was actually really on Bella's side this whole book, because she was caught between these two guys that she loves, and they're both dumbasses. And then Edward proves why she probably should get with him, because he pulls his head out of his ass and realizes he's being a jerk. Now, Breaking Dawn, he's a jerk again. But anyway, that's why I went down from a 4 all the way down to the 3.5. I still love the background story. I still love the war. I wish we'd gotten to see more. After that, I finally finished reading Melting Stones by Tamara Pierce. This is the last, chronologically, I recommend you read it last, of all of the Emelan series by Tamara Pierce. That's The Circle of Magic, The Circle Opens, and then this one, which I don't remember, Beyond the Circle. I can't recall what it's called. This is the last one that you read, and it is all about Evumeme, or Evie. I really like Evie. I really, really like this. First of all, she's dealing with PTSD, like major PTSD, trying to deal with that and come to terms with what she saw in the war. Briar, his PTSD, barely even know that that's what he's dealing with. It's mentioned in one line in Will of the Empress. It's a big plot point in this. Basically, she is sent for attacking someone at Winding Circle, so she's sent with Rosethorn when Rosethorn is sent to this island to try to figure out why the plants are dying and the trees are all dying, and it's just random and overnight. Some pretty amazing things happen. We get to learn just how amazingly powerful she is. We learn how amazing Luvo is. Luvo is from this book here, Battle Magic by Tamara Pierce. Yeah, you do Circle Magic, Circle Opens, Battle Magic, Will of the Empress, then this is what I recommend, the reading order. That was amazing. This is almost as good. It's a lot thinner, so it doesn't have quite so much story or characterization like Battle Magic has, but it's still really, really good. This one I gave 4 out of 5 stars just because it is missing some epicness factor. Evie does not go through a good enough character change that I think the plot and the other characters were requiring from her. I think we should have another one, a sequel to this, but I really loved it, and I loved the world building. I loved getting to see more characters and Evie trying to live with PTSD, going through flashbacks, attacking people, which is a big problem with PTSD sufferers. I like that she showed that. She didn't hide it. Evie didn't hide it. I also like that she also refuses pity for what happened in Battle Magic, but I really, really enjoyed it, and I love the even more expansion of the Emelan world. It's really, really good, and I really, really recommend the Emelan universe. I do love Tortal. I think Emelan's done a little bit better. That's my own opinion. If you don't agree, you love Song of Lioness, power to you. Continuing to push back my Twilight rereadathon, I decided to move on to Captain Marvel Volume 3, which I've turned into the library already. Okay, this title is not in English. I have no idea how to say it. Alice Volat Proprice. This is by Kelly Sue DeConnick, Warren Ellis, and David Lopez. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I really, really am loving Captain Marvel. I know, this is not where it starts. This is much later on in the comics, but I'm just enjoying them, and I'll eventually start moving back. I want to keep up with the latest ones so far, but oh man, I really, really liked it. I just love Captain Marvel. I love that we get to learn more about what she dealt with on Earth, as well as what she is going to continue to deal with when she's in space. I love it. Then I moved on to what I think is my favorite Twilight book so far, The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner by Stephenie Meyer. This was not part of Books and Cookies' original Twilight read-along that I barely participated in at all, but I really, really like this. I really kind of wish that she had made Bella more like Bree. I really wish she hadn't killed Bree off, but it's nice that Stephenie Meyer in the foreword admits she wished she hadn't killed Bree off. It would have been really nice to see the difference between Bella and Bree and how Bella could maybe help Bree. I don't know, I just wish that she hadn't died. This is super sad, but it's also really, really fun, and we get to see more of the way that vampires in Twilight work outside of the Cullen family. Also, I really want to know what happens to Freaky Fred. Then I moved on to a book because it came in and I knew I just had to read it. I didn't even care about anything else. I knew I had to read it. Ranger's Apprentice: The Early Years, The Tournament at Gorlan by John Flanagan. 5 out of 5 stars. This is the best Ranger's Apprentice book ever. Best book John Flanagan has ever written. You can start with this. Now you should go to volume 11 of Ranger's Apprentice, which is called The Lost Stories. It's a group of short stories. There's one that is the predecessor to this. So you can do that, but they explain everything that happened in this, so you don't have to worry about it. I'm so glad I have it. I just love this. It's so fun. I know this isn't like a phenomenal book. It doesn't like bring you to tears, but dear sweet goodness. There's a scene where some rangers had to arrest a guy. They have to be quiet about it because he has a group of men. There are like 5 of them and like 50 of his men. So they have to arrest him quietly, and everything that can go wrong goes wrong. And it's so funny. And it starts off with them sneaking in, and you can hear all the snoring, and they're like, what is that sound? It's so loud. And then in the middle of snoring, there's a fart. And one ranger looks at the other and goes, lovely people. It's so funny. It's favorite book by John Flanagan. One of my favorite authors ever. He is an auto buy. I will always buy any book by him. I can't wait for the rest to see what happens. And I did not know very much at all what was going to happen here. It's very nice. I went in completely blind. This is not very predictable. It's kind of is, just like all of them. Once you get into the swing of things, you can predict a lot of the plot, but at other times I was like, I don't know how this is gonna end. I know how it like ends years later, 2 decades later, but I don't know how it's gonna end in the books. Then I read another comic that I have turned into the library. I actually gave it to Reagan. I don't know if it's at the library yet, but it's The Amazing Spider-Man Edge of the Spider-Verse by David Heine, Clay McLeod Chapman, Fabrice Saploki, and various others. This is a series of short stories by completely new guys. This is choppy. I think I gave it 3 stars. The first one is really good. That's like a 4 out of 5 stars. The one with Gwen, the reason I got it is the introduction to Spider-Gwen. That one's 4 out of 5 stars as well. The one right after that is really good. The 4th one is disgusting. That is a 0 out of 5 stars. It would be a 1 out of 10, so it's a 0.5 out of 5 stars. I loathe that one. I didn't get very far. It's what if Spider-Man were evil and man-eating, and it's disgusting, and just thinking about it makes me want to hurl. It was so horrible. I did not read very far into it before I was just disgusted out of my mind. I didn't even bother with the 5th one. It didn't interest me. The futuristic whatever. I don't even care. This is not the only one. Apparently something happened before this. I don't know what the overreaching plot between all of them is. Someone's trying to kill all the Spider-Mans in every universe, and so Spider-Man's gathering them. But even that doesn't match more than 2 or 3 of the stories out of the 5 stories. So I would say if you want to read this and get into Spider-Gwen and you want to start off with this, just read that one. Ignore the rest of the comics, you don't need it. 4th one is After that, I moved on to one of my favorites. This ties with Tournament of Gorlan. It's so amazing, and I loved every moment of it. It is Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. Yes, I finally got into this series, and I finally read this. I should have read it as a kid. I would have loved it. This and A Little Princess, I should have read it. I hope my daughters will read this because Anne is awesome and hilarious and amazing, and dear sweet goodness, there are entire pages that are her talking. She just babbles and babbles and babbles, and it's awesome. One of the funniest things, my best friend, LA Knights, when she's hyper, she turns into Anne. And when she was a kid, she was just like Anne. Even before she read it, she was just like Anne, and that's why she loved this book so much. It is beloved of so many people around the world. This one is used, and so in 1993, dear Jenny, I hope you enjoy this book as it will be a good friend to you. Love, Grandma, Grandpa. So even the history of this particular copy is great. I love that. It's a beautiful copy with great illustrations. Most chapters begin with a little picture above it. There are colored illustrations from the stories with quotes of what the illustration represents in each one. Now the illustrations are not where they should be. They're spaced evenly throughout, but it's just a beautiful copy. My copy of Anne of Avonlea is in the same version, the Illustrated Junior Library from Gossett and Dunlap. It's such a great story, 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it, loved it, loved it. After that, we moved on to Breaking Dawn by Stephenie Meyer, the final book in Twilight. I know some people love it. Christine, this is her favorite book from it, but this is my least favorite Twilight book. I don't like it almost at all. I like the beginning. Yeah, that's about it. I don't like so many things about Twilight. If you guys want me to do a confession video of what do I like, or not confession, a comparison video of what I like about Twilight and what I hate, I can. A lot of what I hate in Twilight is in this book. I really don't like it. Edward, once again, is a douche. He finds out she's pregnant with this child and he's like, let's get that thing out of you. I'm like, oh my god. I don't like this book very much at all. I give it a 2.5 out of 5 stars. I hate Renesmee. Her name how her character is done, how smart she is, how freaky of a child she is. I don't like her with Jacob. I was discussing with Raven. She's like, I don't have too many bad feelings about it, especially since, like, I love Black Jewels and Damon and Janelle are similar-ish. The biggest thing is Jacob used to imagine screwing Bella right until he laid eyes on her. No, I hate Renesmee. I hate that the war that they state must come between the Cullen clan and the Volturi doesn't happen, probably will never be written. There's so much I dislike about this book. The thing I respect though, everything Bella wants, she gets. And she has to fight everyone for it, over and over and over and over and over again. And I like that she gets it. She gets her happily ever after, and she does. She has to take a stand for it, she has to fight for it, she has to fight Edward, Jacob, all of the Cullens at separate times, her dad, her beliefs from her mother, herself, but she gets her happily ever after. I do respect that. There's things that I really like, and scenes that I love that are amusing and stuff. That's why I bought Twilight forever. I have all the movies now. Now I need to just watch Eclipse and then Breaking Dawn. After that are just two more. Both have been turned into the library. This one is another favorite. Miss Marvel Volume 3, Crushed, by G. Willow Wilson, Takashi Miyazawa, and Elmo Bondoc, as well as several others. I really liked it. I liked the characterization of Miss Marvel. Of course, she continues to grow. She continues to learn more about her powers. She gets her heart ripped out. She meets an enemy she doesn't expect. It's really, really interesting. And I like all the characterization, all the things the characters go through. It's super, super short, like all of them are. They're like 80 pages. And that includes all the behind the scenes stuff. I love them so much. 4.5 out of 5 stars, absolutely. And the very last thing I finally turned in is The Beast, Justice League Trinity War. You should read it before you read any volume 5 of DC Marvel, because Trinity War is super, super important. This is by, you ready for this list? Jeff Johns, Jeff Lemire, Ray Fox, Ivan Ray, Doug Meineke, and Mike Janin. Blech. I give this a 4.5 out of 5 stars, another high rating, because it was so amazing. It's huge, it's long, and I had no clue what was going on. I had no idea where the end was. I had no idea. Basically, we learn about Pandora'S Box. Pandora learns that the box needs to be opened in order to cure her of a curse, because she was manipulated into opening that box, and thousands of years ago she was judged and condemned and cursed for all eternity for opening it, even though it was not her fault. She was quite literally forced to do it. It's so good. We get to see about Pandora and what she's gone through. We get to see an important event that's in volume 5, and Teen Titans is at the end of volume 4, but we get to see what's going on and how it ties in. I had no clue what any of the players were, what they were doing, why they were doing it. It was amazing. It was amazing. Batman had no clue what was going on, but he was one of the only ones who was smart enough to realize they were all being manipulated. Oh, it was so, so good. So good. I really loved it. Alright, that's everything that I read in the month of October. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to see more. And I hope that you read a lot in October, and I have a huge TBR. I'm looking at that stack, it's big. So I need to get on my TBR video because it is after 1 in the morning. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Since for a while. Actually, I need to check what I gave it. After that, I continued on with Twilight by reading Eclipse by Stephenie Meyer. This one I gave, no, that's not what I did next. Psych! Don't stick in my lipstick, it's really bright. Clay McLeod Chapman, Marvel, Takashi Miyazawa,